We are learning this morning that a second convoy of humanitarian aid will be making or has made its way into Gaza today. This was the scene earlier this morning as trucks carrying vital aid entered the Rafah crossing from the Egyptian side. Yesterday, about 20 trucks crossed into Gaza for the first time since the war started 2 weeks ago. The United Nations says these trucks include life-saving supplies that will be distributed by the Palestinian Red Crescent. 3 of those trucks that crossed the border on Saturday were from the UN's World Food Program. Cindy McCain is the organization's executive director. She was just in Cairo to oversee those operations and this morning joins me from Amman, Jordan. Cindy McCain, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it very much.
Happy to be here.
We are learning this morning, I guess, that there is a second convoy of aid entering Gaza through the Rafah crossing. What can you tell us about that convoy and potential ones coming in the next number of hours or days?
Well, my understanding is there's 14 more trucks headed across the border. They may be already over by now, but there's 14 more trucks today, and then, of course, 40 are planned for tomorrow. All of this is fine, except we need more than that. We need sustained, safe passage for our trucks and other trucks as well. We can't do, the people are starving to death in Gaza. People do not have water, don't have electricity, and most of all, they don't have any food. Yesterday's delivery of the 20 trucks that went over, 3 of those were WFPs, and we were able to meet quite a few people. By dinner time, we were able to give them some food, but it still isn't enough. And so that's why this kind of drip system isn't going to work very long. We need to get trucks in and get them in now.
What would you like to see? Are we talking hundreds of trucks every day, or what would you need to see? Yes.
Yes, we would need to see that many trucks. Just being able to get in because there's as you know, there's millions of people that are hungry in there. Right now, we WP can probably reach 1 million of those if we can just get our trucks in. We have 40 trucks waiting outside that have food for 500,000 people on them right now, and we haven't been able to get them all in.
So I guess that's the point that people don't quite understand. Where is the holdup? Is it Egypt? Is it Israel? Who won't let them in?
I think it's the powers that be, and I wish I could tell you that. I'm the humanitarian delivery system on the ground. So what I would do is suggest to the rest of the world to please put pressure on the region to say it's time. We need these trucks to get over the border so people don't starve to death. And as always, it's the women and children that take the brunt of this. So it's time, and we need to get in there.
It is my understanding that fuel is not getting through. Maybe you have new information, but how critical would it be for fuel to get sent, particularly to hospitals?
Well, fuel is very important, and fuel was not sent in yesterday. I cannot tell you what are on all of these trucks today, but I do know that to be able to feed people, we need to get these trucks in. And politics should not even play a part in this. This is a humanitarian crisis. And so we need to remember what's at stake here. And it's people. It's people without any hope right now. And that's why we need to be in there.
Well, I know that you do have some staffers on the ground in Gaza, and I wonder what they are telling you about how people are doing in these desperate, desperate times.
Well, they're seeing the brunt of it. I mean, they're telling us that it's a catastrophe in there. And our people, I'm happy to say, are safe, and they are ready to take on these trucks and the loads that will continue to come in, I hope. But with that said, our people, we have a limited amount of people there, so we'd like to be able to get more in to be able to help deliver the food and also make sure that these people are safe and that our trucks are safe going in. That's the most important part.
Well, I was going to ask, obviously it's one thing to get the food into the south, but can your trucks get to the north where a lot of the bombing is happening? And how worried are you about accessing those people, the people that have chosen or cannot leave?
Right. Well, as you know, we're the largest logistics system of this kind in the world, and we can most definitely get the trucks in and get them logistically where they should be and make sure that the targeted populations where they should be, the trucks, and make it there. But again, we have to have the ability to do so, and we have to have the safety to do so. So I'm hoping that with these trucks that are now beginning to roll in that people will see that we can get them in, we can keep it safe, and we can keep it going. And that's really what I'm looking for as the ED of WFP.
As you know, the President Biden has said the U.S. will work with all the parties to try and keep that Rafah crossing open and operational. You were in Cairo yesterday. I wonder whether you got any assurances on that front from that end.
Well, I did not from that end, but I've been told that every effort is being made right now to make sure that our folks are safe and that our trucks are safe. And that's what's important. But also what is equally as important is being able to feed these people. And we can't do it with trucks sitting on the other side of the border waiting. And so it's most important. I know that they're planning on a different kind of system that will be able to track and trace the trucks a little bit and be able to do that. But it's going to be complicated. Yeah. Complications don't help hungry people. Less complications are what help hungry people, and that's what we need right now.
We are probably close to a ground offensive beginning from Israeli troops, and I wonder what are your biggest concerns for civilians when that happens?
Well, safety, of course, and of course our folks being able to feed, and of course the safety of our folks. I mean, that's very important. I can't speak to what ground offensive or what's happening in that degree, but I can talk to you about what it is that's going on from a humanitarian standpoint on the other side of the border.
You've seen a lot of things, Cindy McCain, in your various positions that you've held. I wonder how you would describe what you're seeing there.
You know, I've been to a lot of war zones. I've been to a lot of human catastrophes with regards to climate change, et cetera. I've never seen anything like this because it's an extremely complicated area with extremely complicated needs, and so what we're seeing is a population that is dwindling in front of our eyes, and so I've seen a lot of things. This one's bad, though. This is really bad.
Cindy McCain, thank you for your time. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Thank you.